It's a big step for democracy, but we are always far from democracy, because in democracy you have rules, okay? And that's what happened. That didn't happen in Tunisia for that election. We had, when you compare it with the election of Ben Ali with that, it's completely different. The problem is that last month in Tunisia, we were not talking about democracy with programs, with political differences. We were talking only about the position of Islam in the Tunisian society. And that's very, very bad, because in Tunisia you don't have any problem with religion, okay? So we must talk only about politics, about what kind of system we will use, presidential system or parliamentary system, okay? But we only talked about religion, about secularism. We were talking about secularism and about another problems that are not really important, but everybody was talking about it. And it's very bad, because the real problem is economic problem. You have poverty in Tunisia, very big poverty, but they were only parties. When they talk with people, they only give promises, okay? Only promises. I will give you, I will make you, I will give you. The success of another had a lot of reasons, but I think there is one reason that we didn't talk about it. It's because in front of a lot of parties, 20 or 20, I think more than 50 parties, the Tunisian elector was completely afraid. He didn't understand what happened with all that parties that talk about the same thing but differently. So the reflex of the Tunisian is to go to the party that give the more confidence. And the more confidence is, the first step of confidence is God, okay, and religion. So they went to that party because they didn't understand what happened. The problem with an Islamic party, that's the truth of Nahda, it's an Islamic party. The problem is that when you talk about religion, you are out of the political land, okay? And you can't have a confrontation with them, because the problems always take another way. You go out from politics, you know, and when you go out from politics, it's impossible to have a real confrontation with that parties. You know, you can't talk about program, you can't talk about democracy, you can't talk about freedom, about the values, because they always you always fall in the same system of communication. Some is with God and the others are against God. So you are completely out of order. Look what happened since 10 months in Tunisia. We were talking about atheism. We were talking about secularism. We were talking about Israel. You know, we were talking about everything and not about politics. The first problem of the constitution is the political system. Nobody talk about that political system, you know, or very, very few about the difference between presidential regime and parliamentary regime. We didn't talk about the base of the politics in Tunisia. That's why I'm against religion in politics.